Good morning, everybody. Right. Aha, we have our first person in. So who have we got in? We've got Kevin. Good morning. It's the very early morning for you, Kevin. Yeah, the topic today is seeking you. So I'm just going to wait for a few more people to come in. Kevin? Yeah, I'm just having a little play around. I hope you like it. So I posted a thing earlier about Brian Johnson of AC/DC. Now, who here has heard of Tool? Anybody? If you've heard of Tool while I'm playing, give me a hands up, yeah? Because the band is unreal. See, when I'm playing what I've just done, yeah, I've got a drummer in my head, and he's like the guy out of Tool, where he's doing a little bit in sync and then off sync, and that's what I'm saying. Don't worry, we're going to get to the topic. We are going to get to it. I'm just having a little bit of fun. I've got my Pink Floyd hat on. I've got my Pink Floyd top on. Now the hard bit. She's heavy, man. She is really, really heavy. I don't know if all electric guitars are heavy, but she is definitely heavy, man. It's like a ship's anchor. Right. Where are we? 17 people here. My apologies about yesterday. Had to get new glasses. And you can see by the strip, it's an orange strip. Anyway. Alright. What we got? Righty-ho, so I'll take my glasses off so I can see who's here. Why didn't you go live last night? There was lots of things happening last night, including looking at something to do a half an hour worth of video. And before I knew it, it was like 10:30. And I was like, whoa. So, yeah. Now, here's a good thing, right? Bok. Yeah. You have, let's say you've got skills. Yeah. Your skills are in computer. Yeah. Would you agree? Oh, pardon me. Gotcha. So, Seeking You. What is Seeking You about? Well, it's got the www at the front and .org at the back. So here's the plan. Okay. We all know there's fabulous. Good morning, Dawn. I was going to say that. Yeah. Seeking You. What's it about? Facebook and TikTok are places for content creators, right? And the same thing with Geordie Nation. It was to push people, other channels. So those channels rise up the leaderboard. Yeah. Now, because they're rising up the leaderboard, they're earning more money. Means let's say you have 5 guests on your podcast, your show on YouTube, right? Wouldn't it be amazing, yeah, if your channel got to the dizzy heights where, as guests came in, they were getting a payment. Those who are part of your crew, like your person who does your video editing, all mine's raw as hell. Yeah, it's point, shoot, record, and then post. But an editor is another job. Yeah, so there's pay there. And when most of us got the notification from YouTube to turn around and say, like, we're monetized. Yeah. It's a plus and it's a start. It's like the first run of the ladder. As I was saying to Bok earlier, yeah. The skills that person has in programming and coding and that sort of thing. Seeking You is a place where people who want to be a content creator can come and showcase their skills, whether they're on camera, like I am right now in front of you, or they have like a face on screen, computer generated image, maybe a manga or something along those lines. And it was to say to those people, every hour of every day while you've paid, there'll be 90 seconds or maybe a bit longer video of you and what you do. So that was the core of Seeking You. And your small businesses, what I mean by small businesses is under 20 people who are on your payroll. If you're under 20, it's 30 quid. And that's for 30 days in advertised. Your business. So you're baking cakes or, some kind of business within anywhere in the UK. Because it's not just Newcastle, it's not just Nottingham, where I am right now. It's in different places. And that's the expansion of it. So you might have an office in, like, lad I was talking to yesterday on the tram. He supported Millwall, but he lives in Nottingham. And like I say, we were chatting about Newcastle United for at least 10 stops. And then I said to him just before he was like getting off, he got off after like 4 stops after that. And I was saying to him about his team and what he thinks, is going to happen following season. But yeah, yesterday was having them, like, the back part bent so that I could do that. And I was also looking at something which is AI, but it was for 1.5 hour block where I've got to write the script. Now, BockBot will tell you 40 people, come on guys. Yeah, I quite agree. Here's the thing, right? When you're doing content, you want people to come in, you want people to, like what you're doing, whether it's music, because I've just been on guitar, whether it's writing a song. This song is The Power of One. Who is the one? That's you. And the first, like, verse of it is, you are powerful, never forget that. Every single person is unique, so who is the one, or who do you believe that to be? Because some people, they don't look at themselves, they look at other people. Yeah. Because it's you, and it is a gift. We all have a power, every single one of us. Like, I can play guitar, I can sing. Though some people turn around and say, oh, you sound like a drowned rat and stuff like that. I don't care. And the reason I don't care is because years and years ago, when I was going to a mundane job, yeah, I'm in the car driving, listening to rock music, and I'm in my happy place. I went to work, came back, did the same thing, going back, listening to rock music, tapping the steering wheel. Why? Because I enjoy it. Today's stream is a bit boring and low energy. Well, do you want me to go back on the guitar? Good morning, Pierre Viking. So here's the thing, right, with Seeking You. Yeah. Somebody mentioned this morning on Instagram, oh, I can get into there. I went, well, there's no good you getting into there if I can't get into there. Broski's Proud Locks made in. Peter's a Newcastle United supporter, Broski, and you know I've seen him many times, spoken to him many times. East corner of the Gallagher. Now, getting back to Seeking You, yeah. Here's the thing. With both Seeking You and Geordie Nation, it is to push the narrative. If you're a content creator, like all of the Newcastle United YouTube channels, a lot of really fantastic people, is to say, right, well, you are currently here. I'm going to move you to here, which is 100K. And here's the hope, and it's just a hope, that when they get this massive amount of new subscribers, that extra income, use it wisely to like pay staff, you know, pay somebody to edit and other things. So you're growing, you're not just making 100,000 subscribers. You're saying to your mate down the street, are you any good at, you know, editing a video? And then you're paying him a little bit of money. You're not paying him massive amounts of money, but he's still earning. The narrative I'm pushing is this: be a vegan. Seeking You and Geordie Nation is to say to all content creators, whether you're on Facebook, TikTok, or somewhere else, to push you to a broader audience, so that maybe those other people in those other places are going to like what they're watching and like and subscribe and grow, you know, from where you are to something different. I think that's important. And because I think it's important, that's what Seeking You and Geordie Nation is going to be all about. And the thing I was looking at is on N8N. And you kind of bolt stuff together on there. So at the beginning, for for a period of time, there will be like somebody to answer email, somebody to fill various different roles within each. So you'd have one, and then loads of little ones at the bottom. And that's through N8N, which is another part of coding, I believe. It's just learning it. Now the hope is, because at least 4 people have came forward so far to help with the code on GitHub. The quicker we get that done, the quicker we can start to say to content creators, wherever you are, this is where to be. Right, well, we've got N8N won't do that. It is for automation of workflow. Well, that's what I mean. I saw a box on the screen where you've got like a bit here, you put a line to this bit, and before you know it, you've got like your middle bit, which is like a supervisor, and then you go down, and You brought all these things together so that in the beginning, just the beginning, you have people who want to contact you and they're speaking to a voice, a human's voice. You know what I mean? And that's why, just in the beginning, while it like kicks off, and as like the cash flow from the advertisements, sponsorship, etc., that pays for a real person to come in and get paid a wage at the end of the day. You're not just getting a wage, you also get a pension. And like one of the example, Bupa will come in to the wherever the office is, and if you want to sign up for it, you sign up for it. But I wanted a bonus structure, so at the end of the month, when you get your pay, if you get paid monthly, right? If you had a bonus as well, that's something to look forward to. You don't have to spend it. You can keep it, and then when it gets closer to Christmas, go, I've got that. Do you know what I mean? That's the thoughts that I put into it. I call it like a deep dive. Well, here's another thing, right? I'll stick the kettle on while I'm talking. Right? Here's another thing, yeah? Good morning, Bert. Don't forget the bonus. Well, the bonus comes with Seeking You and Geordie Nation. The bonus comes like once every month and once at the end of a 12-month period. So you're getting two. And the reason why you're getting two is at Christmas, who doesn't like getting a gift? Do you know what I mean? Is that a frisbee on your top of your cupboard? In the kitchen, you mean? Oh, you're talking about that. No, it's that there is the lid for that there. What about people that don't celebrate? Doesn't everybody celebrate Christmas? Huh? What I like to do come Christmas, and I think my brother now starts to like to do the same thing, is I like to get my guitar out. There's a couple of times I've been on TikTok in someone's live, and this person's chatting to that person, to the other person. There's about 5 different people chatting at the same time, and it's kind of impossible. So I get my guitar out and start playing. Oh, Muslims don't. Got you. Right on, mate. Well, I'm sure they do in their own little way. You know? I mean, we're not all the same, and we're never all going to be the same. But when I was designing these Seeking You and Geordie Nation, the core of it was to push, like I said earlier, small business. Yeah, you've got like 30 people working for you, and you've got to make sure there's footfall, i.e., people coming into your shop or your business, and with them too, that's like another one to the bigger giants, who is Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. But the more it spreads, that's what I want. Spread it. Then your companies are going to come in and turn around and say, well, we'd like to sponsor, we'd like to advertise. Or more. Do we not like why are all the comments saying the plates are CGI being deleted? I've got past that stage. If you think at the end of the day that this is CGI, then you weren't expecting that, were you? And what I'm trying to get across to you all is this, right? What I'm looking to do when I looked at Seeking You and Geordie Nation is I'm not there. Like, I'm not up in Newcastle. Be a vacant. Lower the tone, man. Lower it. I mean, Gordon Bennett. I'll tell you one thing. I'm going to tell you a little secret here. When I'm on TikTok, yeah, and I'm doing a live on TikTok, or I'm in somebody's live, most of them know, like, offensive language, shouting. You won't get that because that projects something for me, and I just don't want to be a part of it. And bad language in videos and stuff like that, people, some people can wait until 30 minutes in, and then the F for the B's and whatever comes out. But it's not going to come out with me because I've trained myself to say, you're entitled to your opinion. Did you ever want? Yeah, I did, mate. I came across the wrong people, who sadly that wasn't on the cards. And when you come across like a woman and you fall head over heels and that, I was like a limpet mine, you know what I mean? That made that mistake. But at the end of the day, I mean, one thing I will say is, once I've made it with Seeking You, and yeah, Bert, I could adopt. I mean, the hope is 2025 something will happen. Hope, But getting back to both of these things, www.seekingyou.org and Geordie Nation, that is so that there's a structure in place. And it's to push. Because I want it to push you. And the reason why is this. If you don't push yourself and try, you're never gonna know. That's like this, yeah. The power of one. This bit here in the song. We all have a power, a gift many don't use. Many don't use because I'm frightened, or I'm scared of making a fool of myself. And I just wrote after that, I am me, and like or don't like, choice is yours. And there you go. So and like I say, I mean, that's to push people, to push people to see where you want to go to. Donations for songs. You can't be. Now, I wouldn't play another artist. No, I just do my stuff, and like I did before. I was playing on the guitar before. Um, I was When I thought of Power of One, I also had Eddie Howe in my head. Just something really, really simple, you know. But yeah, I mean, the hope is we push forward. You know, I mean, here we have the super chats. Yeah, there's the likes, there's those in chat, etc. So we've got Blue 17 Eds. Today is my birthday. Can you say happy birthday, Ahmad? I hope I pronounced that correct. Anadin Extra. God, he doesn't half talk a lot of. Sorry. Away you go. That's one of the things, yeah, which I've said in quite a few other lives. You're either here because you want to be here, or you're not. There is no if or but about it, you know. Which song did you go for? Because I'd be interested to know. I mean, the ones which give me power is like that one where I was really disappointed. Newcastle were not playing the best, and that's why I sang "Are You Brave Enough?" Because to me, if you're going on the pitch, St James's Park in front of 52,300 fans, you're brave. It's my own song. It's called "Ripping the Biscuit." Well, you're Beer Viking, let's be honest. You are pretty damn good. I mean, I would say a PhD quality, you know. But you are who you are. You are, you know, you're unique at the end of the day. You know, you got skills. I mean, you're not using your skills, but you've got them. And you're going to be thinking, hold on, he's just said you're not using your skills. Well, let me tell you. You know about GitHub. Yeah? You know about Supabase. But you haven't turned around and asked, like, can you invite us in? And can I showcase my skill? I am using my skill on my own projects, but maybe you can tempt me to join you. Good, that's a very good one. Very, very good one. No, I'm not growing a mustache. No. I had a bit of a goatee though. You know, I was going through a real bad time, and I was stretching the fivers and the tenors until it snapped. I use only Unity. That's fine. That's fine, man. That's fine. All racing games are made on Unity. Wow, I didn't know that. Did not know. So, I've got a question for you then, Beer Viking. And it's this. You're sitting at the top of a hill, right? You're looking straight down. Not at your feet, straight down the road in front of you. Okay? And then all of a sudden, somebody goes like that. They've got a flag in their hand, checkered flag, yeah? They go, go on, shoot off, yeah? So you let the brake off, or you let your foot off the brake, yeah, off the tyre, and you start going downhill. Can you do that in Unity? Can you produce an image like I'm walking down the street? Can you do that? What engine did you intend to use? The best Corvo, the best engine, whether that be Crisis Engine, because that's a damn good game. The Unreal 5 engine or better. You could make an image elsewhere and import it into an object and give it motion tracks. Okay. Let's use the Mondeo engine. Hey, leave my car out of this. And let's get some lakes up there. Oh, yeah, come on. It's like pulling teeth out of a great white shark. Oh, dear me. Unreal is very buggy. All right. So is there any game engine that's going to be blow your mind that I don't know about? Because that would be nice to know. I mean, the one thing is this, right? When people were saying to me just after the Streets of Home, the Street Racer, which I couldn't honestly think of a title for the motorcycling game. So my head was elsewhere. And do you want to know why my head was elsewhere? Do you want to know? Paul, you should just pitch the game to EA or Ubisoft. Yeah, but if I do that, they're gonna like take what 70 or thereabouts percent on there, surely. Right, I'm gonna show you something, right? You see that? Lion's Mane. All right. So how would you, Corvo, how would you go about doing that to them, EA or Ubisoft? How would you go about that? Because here's the thing, right? I want it to feel real. Yeah, you are right, Bert. Shy Ben's getting out. Well, how's about this? How's about this? Yeah. 7 p.m. tonight, we'll talk about the games. Okay. And what we'll do is we'll try and get as many. There's 14 people here. We need at least 100 to achieve this. At least 100. So what we'll do is this. Yeah. Spread the word, right? That 7 o'clock tonight we'll be talking about the games, and we'll mention Electronic Arts. That's EA, isn't it? And Ubisoft. And then all you got to do is put the post on your Twitter, your Facebook, etc., and turn around and say at EA Electronic Arts and at Ubisoft. Hi, Shady. Pardon me. So yeah, if we all work together, yeah, it's possible. It's not a blanket, Andy. It's not a blanket, no. But if enough people post a video, right, in enough different places, okay, here's an example. This one's easy peasy. Most people have got like lots of connections in their mobile phone. Yeah, your contacts list. So if you went to send something brilliant to your contacts list, everybody will, well, what's this? And when you're asking like Electronic Arts and Ubisoft, 9 times out of 10, the people that you're sending it to, you're in your contacts list, oh, it's come from such and such. Fair enough. Good morning, Gary from Belfast. Good morning. What you do is you're sending it to a friend and they know it's you. So if they like it, the likelihood is they're going to send it out again. A pitch deck, yeah. Well, you've got a good idea there. I mean, yeah. When like yesterday, when I went out to pick this up. Just 1 second while I turn it round. I went to get that, yeah, which is a A4 notepad. I got two of them. The reason why is I've got 8 altogether, but the other ones are full. Ubisoft have offices in Newcastle. All right. Okay. I'll Google that. I didn't know that. I say one thing. It was yesterday when I was on the tram. Yeah. Do you remember that the game Warhammer that used to have dice and like you had markers on a board so you could like throw the dice in that and then you'd move forward. They've got offices next to the tram place down here. And I was looking at that because I've seen some absolutely outstanding content on YouTube with Warhammer. Like Titus and the Emperor and Captain such and such of us. But yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that on board. If you were a character in Warhammer, what race would you be? I'd definitely be a Space Marine. Definitely. No, I've seen videos on YouTube, which some of the videos is like an hour, what 40 minutes. Some are shorter, like 16, 17 minutes, 21 minutes, and it looks good. Well, what I'll do is I'll say to Ubisoft, you know, this is what the guts of the game is, and this is how I want the game to be. You see that one I mentioned just before there, Streets of Home, not Streets of Home, man, Street Racer. I couldn't think of a name, and the reason why I was trying to break down an idea in my head, and while I was doing something else, so I was like multitasking. And what I wanted was that you started for the 50cc, but you go all the way to a superbike. And the caveat of it wasn't just like your bank details, it was also a crypto wallet. Because in the games, the ecosystem is the wallet. And what I'm also thinking is going back to Fourth Wall and seeing if I can add another. The one which I got, the logo, that was, I think it was £9, 9 or 10 quid, was Place It. But yeah, I think I'll get Here's the Thing. Am I unwell? No. Sorry for the slurping. I'm a human being. But anyway, as I was saying about Seeking You and Geordie Nation, that is the core of them both. So the more it helps, the more they both grow. What happens is the likes of the Soup Kitchen, ambulance, and things like that can get money, and they may even get, like, if they wanted, a 5-minute or a 90-second video. Hello, do you like India? Never been to India. It's 6,000 or 7,000 mile away from where I am. But yeah, am I going to show these American birds Warhammer? Well, do you know, I was talking to the neighbor yesterday, and he's bringing these people over to do his cooking and cleaning and stuff like that. Do you know, I found out something yesterday on the bus on the way in. Now, my left knee is in pain, and he was talking about his brothers from years and years ago. Apparently, they take your kneecap off, and the person next door, she was saying maybe the Americans can. Well, that he did mention that yesterday, you know, but we'll see. Can I walk to India? Not a chance. It would. I think it would probably take me about a decade or more. 6,000, was it 6,000 miles from here to India? Now, here's a good thing for you, right? I'm going to set targets. The targets are with Seeking You and Geordie Nation. And the target is this. When it gets to 100,000 subscribers, whoever's that 100,000 subscriber, their name gets pushed to the side. And as the businesses grow, yeah, there's going to be an opportunity. That is a game at St. James's Park. And it's a meal, couple of drinks before, couple of drinks after. We have a meal in the middle. Yeah. And that's for as this YouTube channel goes as well. So every thousand, when you get to 1,000 people, yeah, whoever's 1,000 person, he's the lucky person. Yeah. And that's the way everything moves forward. Have you always, what are you on about, Beer Vegan? What are you on about? Are you on about these two people that's coming over from America? Because you're about 1,000,000 miles in the wrong direction, mate. But yeah, that's one of the things with Seeking You and Geordie Nation. Every 100,000th person who joins, signs up, gets a whatever wallet you want, whether it's MetaMask, Phantom, ZBD, or that's yours. I think Corvo was your original 1,000th. That's fine. I mean, yeah. When I'm coming up to Newcastle to take in a match, and I've got the use of a box, I'm gonna have family in there, and then invite you too. And there's a reason why I'm doing it. It's not just for the fun of it. It's because if Newcastle win that day, and you've been well fed, you've had a couple of drinks, you've had a selfie picture, stuff like that. You've got like a bit of merchandise, you want signed. It gets done then, and you go away from that game and go, man, that was a bloody good game. Well, I mean, I like the Gallagher. My favourite place in the Gallagher is it's about 10 foot from the crossbar, the height of the crossbar, or around that area. Why don't I join Toon Review panel? I might do, yeah. I mean, there's Steve Wraith has a fans forum. I've been on there a few times. So yeah, anything's possible. And it's also a good way to point people to Seeking You and to Geordie Nation at the same time. He can't, as he deleted videos off his phone. Paul's he's a good lad. I mean, I've spoken to him a few times. And the thing is, right, I was back in the day watching Paul and others when they were doing the Four Horsemen, which was kind of like the adult version of the young ones. And, Rick Mail and all the rest of them. But, yeah. Ronaldo or Messi? That's a hard one. Hard. I'll go Messi. Yeah, I'll go Messi. But yeah, what I want moving forward from today, it's the 30th today, I'm sure it is. 30th of May. Almost certain. So here's what I want. Those people who have easy Messi, yeah, definitely. Yes, I have. I met Alan Shearer before he was a footballer. Yeah, we shared a few comments in between the paddocks because years and years ago at St James's Park, you had paddocks with like a steel fence, and you were like under the scoreboard. You had like a fence to one side, and fence to the other side, and you had somebody in the middle standing there. Um, did you see Zidane play on Juventus? Yeah, well, that's in his prime. Yes, I mean in his prime, brilliant players. But the person before was on about Alan Shearer, and yeah, we used to chat at St James's in the Gallagher, and then he disappeared. He just he didn't come anymore, and it's like asking people, where he was. Find out he's gone down to Southampton. You know. I'm thinking also about getting ask the doctor for some of that Voltarol gel because I'm almost out of me deep heat. Don't worry, I'm not going to put the kettle on. Not yet, anyway. But when I got home yesterday, I was absolutely knackered. Like I'd done a half marathon. And I had to wait for. I went into the opticians, got an appointment, and then I had to go back an hour later. Well, back in the good old days, we were both young lads. Do you know what I mean? And he was in the next pen over to where I was, because we used to have a big scoreboard back in the day. Used to hate it though if it absolutely, a big rain cloud came overhead. You were gonna get drenched, no question. But yeah. So the hope is with Seeking You, which is the whole topic of going live, and Geordie Nation, there's 4 people have come forward so far, and those 4 people, I hope they're going to fix it and then say it's fixed, so I can go in and then do video content on there, advertisements for my channel, the second channel, the third channel, moving forward. So from 2025, 2035 and beyond. Well, 4 people have expressed an interest, and 4 people have been invited into GitHub, and none of them's got back to us yet to turn around and say, right, it's all done. I mean, QR Boy, I think it's QR Boy, was saying the other day in the comments, oh, I can fix anything. Well, talking the talk and walking the walk are 2 different things. Do you know what I mean? So the sooner they get fixed, the sooner we can move forward, start making money, and then I can turn around to those down at the job centre, right, I'm making money from this. Morning, Alice. Or is it afternoon? Let's have a look. Oh, it's afternoon. Sorry. It's afternoon. But good afternoon, Alice. Now, Alice, you're a programmer. I know you are. So, send me a message, right? I will fix your web issues for you. Yeah, well, I'm going to give you something really good if you do, because you'll be the fifth person, okay? And here's a timeline for you, right? If we can get Seeking You fixed, Geordie Nation's 9 times out of 10, I'm thinking Seeking You's got problems, Geordie Nation's gonna have problems. So you sort them both out, and I'm going to give you something nice, really nice. So cherish it, because, and what I'll also do is when I'm doing my video content on there and speaking to people, your name gets brought up. Yeah. Yeah. Seeking You first. Get that. I've bought the domain for Geordie Nation, so that's the second one. Board and Beyond. What's going on? We're talking about Seeking You. We're talking about Geordie Nation. And we're also, at the beginning, there was music. Why is Seeking You logo a heart? That was Bolt, because Bolt assumed in the very first prompt it was the dating site. And I went, what? And that was like I was saying to Bok Bok the other evening. I now put every single thing in one prompt. I cram it in. And then I press enter. Paul, you cannot make a bus driving level in Street to Home. No, you couldn't. Seeking You doesn't even have any well, I know that, Alice. I know that. What I'm trying to get across to you, Alice, is this. There are a lot of different platforms on social media. Example, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, just as 3 examples. Yeah. I am on every platform apart from 2, Twitter and LinkedIn. Shouldn't be writing massive LLM prompts as well. Well, what I'm trying to do is give him in one message. Why am I not on Twitter? Twitter, it to me is like walking out in the rain, but the rain isn't rain; it's sulfuric acid. And no, I'm not having anything to do with that. There is zero demand for your apps. Why waste your time? I speak to many people in many different countries. Some of those countries I struggle to understand what they're saying, but I still tell them. Paul, is that why your hair is so thin? Sulfuric acid rain? No. Reason why my hair, see all the white here, yeah? All this white here happened driving a bus. People do the strangest thing. And that's the honest. Now, oh, yum, 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 yum. So, watch the door frame. So I don't knock myself out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can't hear the crack, no, but I felt it. You might remember at the beginning of the video, sorry, the live, I mentioned Tool. Now, Tool is a band, I think it's American, and their music is different, man. I would sing, just to make knackered. mix it up a little bit, you know. But, oh, my strap, man, my strap. It's nylon. It irritates. When I'm playing this, yeah, imagine the drummer, yeah, he's just sitting there, right, and he's going boom, 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 boom. Every time I'm going like this, on the downs. Now, here's the thing for you, right? You love that phrase, don't you? Here's the thing. Oh man. Wow. Scratch it, scratch it. Yeah. Now. Yeah. Like my pudding. I'm going to go back to it shortly, but I want to say this to you. How many people who are watching right now, there's 18 of yous, put your guitar away, you need to write some code. Get on your laptop, please. Right. Alice, I've said this once. Normally, I say things once or twice. So what I'm telling you is this, right? When this happens, when Seeking You goes live and everybody you know, everybody I know can log in and create an account, I'm going to do Geordie Nation second. Then what I'm going to do is I'll open my laptop, I'll go into Visual Studio Code where my Udemy is, and then I'll go back and I'll go from the segment I'm in with HTML5 and I'll pull myself through to CSS. I think that one's next. And I'll be concentrating on learning. Don't take this from from a hostile work environment. Bert, what are you on about? What are you on about? Paul, you should have your head. You should have your head. What? I mean, I am dyslexic. Be a Viking. I really am. Well, it would have been nice if you had went, gone bald. But you didn't say that. Do you know what I mean? But yes, can you give us some guitar requests? No. I can pick the guitar up and play it. And we have, what is it? Paul is turned round and says, we have heard all this before. You can't even fix the login page. Stop going on about other projects until you can actually get something working. Okay. Here's a shout back to you. It's like we're playing tennis. Yeah. I can't hit the ball with the top of the net to save life nor money, but I'm going to tell you this. Yeah, Paul? When I built it, the idea, because you're kind of new here, see that there? Yeah, that's a notepad. Yeah, it was bought yesterday. That notepad has that. It has that, right? And Seeking You was constructed the same way. And then AI came for a visit. So I used AI, and the code is not perfect. It's a mess. Over 400 errors. Paul, yeah? There are people in chat who can fix this in the blink of an eye. They can. And the quicker it gets fixed, the quicker content creators can make some money. Because the platform is designed for content creators, for businesses to say to people here, there, and everywhere, if you put a little 90-second video or a 5-minute video, people in Durham, in Manchester, in Liverpool, in Skegness, in Kent can see your business. And if they come up to Newcastle or they come up to Nottingham, they can see the office. That's the whole goal of it. And those content creators get pushed so that their rankings go higher. The more money a content creator makes, they can give, like a YouTuber could give a video to an editor, and the editor can pizzazz it up and then give it back to the content creator. There you go, post that. And people come in their droves. You know, I've seen people, right, who are gamers. And I'm going to give one example of a gamer. A lad called Ninja. Yeah? Ninja is a gamer on a game called Fortnite. He's also played PUBG. He's got blue hair. And when he goes live, there are something in the region of 80,000 people in his live. Game over. Ninja got... oh, I see. Got you. Okay. I'm just saying that because at the end of the day, there's other ones which I do watch, which is Shroud, Lindmark, and Critic. Critic is a Geordie lad. Here is a dream. Imagine a website with a login page that actually works. Yeah, that would be epic. Yes, it would. With a login page that actually works, sure be easier than trying to fund imaginary. Right. He has a thing. Dream World. And Real World. Yeah, real world costs you money. Whether that money is pound sterling or whether it is dollar, it still costs you. So it's not imaginary. It never was. So you can try and be as smart. You can. But all you're doing in reality is you're trying to come down the flight of stairs in roller skates, mate. You're going to fall and you're going to hurt yourself. Because the stuff that's on GitHub is not a figment of anybody's imagination. There are people on GitHub from every country on planet Earth, and they can see what's there. And it costs you to put the stuff there. So it's not imaginary. And if you think it's imaginary, do yourself the honest favor. Really, do yourself the honest favor and trot on to the next live, or you're just going to bore yourself. You really are. The focus I have is the same focus that Robin Hood and his merry men had a long, long time before I was even a thought of. Getting an arrow, putting it in a bow, looking at the target, and fire. I've asked people, there's 4 people who are looking at the code, waiting for one of those people to turn around and say, it's fixed. And then that person is going to get a surprise of their life. I have Discord, Alice. I do have Discord. What I'm going to do, it's 7 p.m. tonight. I'm going to, the Discord is on the laptop due to the Twitch account being on the laptop. I do have the Twitch account on the Xbox, but I'm not smart enough to set them up together. And one other thing is this. Superbase was mentioning dedicated servers. Yeah, that was in an email. We were like sending paper plates, not paper plates, paper aeroplanes to each other the other morning. It was like Kevin had sent me 3, I sent him another 3, and then it was like to and fro until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And what they said to us was to stop me getting billed every month $59.89 to keep the first one, which is the problem one, Seeking You, keep that. It's still there, but to remove everything else, to delete it from Bolt and to delete it from Superbase, even though they're all on the laptop, but they're zipped. So they're all there. But here's the thing. The 4 people who've been in touch to say, yeah, we'll help. I want the first one to turn around and say, yay, it's done. You can go in now. So I can create a profile. They may have already done that. I said to Bolt, do I get a backstage pass? And the reason I said that was because I was trying to imply to Bolt New was, I'm the creator. Do I not get like a backstage pass? Yeah. Now I missed something there. What was it? Well, there's Super Bass is in Singapore. So Singapore's in the Far East. Yeah. Now, I don't care how it happens. I want, if the instructions are followed to the letter, what I put in my first prompt, they'll start us off on the low server, and then after a few months, I'll get a message. Your traffic is going this way, and you need to get this server or this block kind of thing. Well, what I'll try and get that sorted, Alice. And I mean, I know certain people do that, gamers and stuff like that. They have a dedicated server. What? Well, what? Who's 70? Is that me? That's 70? Because the last time I checked, yeah, I had my birthday last month, and the last time I checked, I was nowhere near 70. Dear me. But yeah, I'll try and I'll look into Discord. I don't know if I've still got on my mobile. Don't know. Well, here's my mission, and this should be your mission too. It's not my birthday. That was last month. You only have one birthday a year. One birthday a year. So here's the mission, right? And it's this mission is 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 7 days and then 7 days. Okay? So here's the throwout to use. Yeah. GitHub. I have to invite you in to GitHub. Message me. Yeah. If you message me, I'm thinking, okay, you want to help, and if you need to go into Super Bass, I'll invite you into there as well. With the pretense, you look, you fix, and then you say there, done. You do that, as we get to 100,000 people on board and claim, what we do is this. We do a thing with, I think it's £13.50 or thereabouts, and that is Companies House based in London. And we register Seeking You, and then we register the other one. And then what we do is you get some of the pie. So with Seeking You, you get some of Seeking You as a gift. And Paul is saying, would love to see you back on the buses. Yeah, I mean, I was on a bus yesterday, and the driver, good lad, brilliant kid, but the driver yesterday, the mist descended over the eyes, and the words coming out of his mouth to a skip driver, nobody should have heard that. But the same lad, when I'd finished with these, with them, yeah, my new glasses, I came round the corner. His indicator was at the curb. His doors were open as I started to move up the street with the walking stick. Lowered myself down onto the road because the curb was a bit high, and began crossing the road diagonally straight in front of him. So, I mean, he could have pulled forward, but he wasn't getting past us. Nobody was. And luckily, I raised my hand because I had a bag in this hand. I raised my hand as high as I could. And when I got on, I thanked him for waiting for us. Thanked him very much because he's regular driver. And he says, I was in neutral. And I went and took a seat. Do I have a free bus pass? No. But the lad I was chatting to in nearby told us to speak to the doctor and then speak to the council. And I was just a bit scared yesterday when we got into the city centre. We're just crossing over the canal. He was talking about my problem with the left kneecap. And apparently they take your kneecap out. Why don't I get a mobility cart? So where's the horse gonna go, like? At the back or the front? Oh dear me, Pierre making you make me laugh. A mobility cart, yeah, RSI. Makes me wonder. Really does. The one thing I would really love is with Seeking You. Oh, hold on, we've got a serious question. What is it, Beer Viking? What's a serious question? Discord server now, please. Beer Viking is concerned for your health, Paul. What, on a mobility cart? I think I would be too. Never mind the horse. Why don't you get a mobile cart? What's one of them? Once the business pops off, Paul can get an assistant and have a nice car. A Bentley? A Bentley? Me driving a Bentley? Not a chance in Gordon Bennett, man. Nice car, didn't get me wrong, but I wouldn't buy a Bentley. Besides, anyway, you take your car in to get it serviced. How much would it cost at a Bentley place? A mobility scooter with a basket on the front. One slight issue there, BFA. The slight issue there is this. Yeah. Alice is saying £50. What's £50, Alice? Yeah. BF8. You on about mobility scooter? That's what the kid in the next village said to us. You can set the speed to whatever you want. Oh, a Bentley service is more than 50 quid. I know that much. The oil you put in a Bentley costs more than 50 quid. I know that much. Eric Sean Lewis, you will make enough money and not worry about. Well, do you know the thing is, right? I'm just like a Ford or a Kia or Peugeot. Doesn't have to be fancy, man. Right, Paul is saying, Alice, have you tried to contact him through GitHub? I know you said it's pointless to use at this stage, but it might be the only way to get him through, help him create into your... as far as I know, yeah, I might be wrong, but as far as I know, the back end is created on Supabase. Because on Supabase, when you go in there, it has overview, what's it? I may get this wrong. It's SQL. Under that is database, and there's a few other bits under that as well. Lord of Edits. It's nice to be appreciated. Just give me one of them and subscribe. And as we grow, because this is going to be a community, yeah, we're going to grow a community. And what we're going to do is this in 2025. We're going to grow a community, not just on YouTube, Seeking You, Geordie Nation, and they're all connected together. You know, like them charm bracelet things. Like was it what's the famous one? Pandora. You know, a Pandora bracelet. Yeah. So each one it'll be like part of, and the string or the wire. That's me. Yeah. So pushing forward, like Alice comes in and helps. Afternoon, Amelia. With that, get them live. I tell people on the platforms I go on to, right, this is now live, and you can sign up, and then let word of mouth spread. And that's how we're going to move forward and grow. Not just Seeking You, Geordie Nation, but the YouTube channel, so that I can say to an editor, a video editor, right, can you do us a video? Can you like look after this? Give us a thumbnail and all the rest of the information bits, and then pay that person a wage. Pay another person to hold a camera. Well, I'm on guitar, like I've been twice, and we push, and each time we push, want to see how far it goes until it snaps. Then we rest, repair it, and then push a bit more. Yeah, well, here's the thing, right? Whoa, man. Yeah. That's the only thing, you know. When I come to the laptop, I've got to take my glasses off, and it's a bright pain in the you know what. Right. Okay. So is this one mine? It's got a star next to it. Is it? Is this one mine? It's saying welcome back. Okay. Wait, are you human? I hope so. The login or password is invalid. Eh? Oh, sign in with passkey. Got ya. I thought I'd just done that. Oh, man. Discord, and it's asking me to scan. I can't scan while I'm live. But I'll leave that until after I've finished. And then, as Alice was saying earlier, I'll create a thing for... Is it a server I need, Alice? Is it a server that you... Because, like, do you rent them or something? Hold on. Whoa. Create a Discord server and invite me. Well, if I create a Discord server, oh, do you mean for Seeking You? So, yeah, no, something went wrong. Right, I'll try that in a bit. Sure, it's there anyway. Yeah, you can see Discord. Now, I'll work on... I need to... Is this right, Alice? I need to connect the www.seeking-u.org to Discord. Is that what I need to do? Right, what we got? The day I subscribed was the worst day of my life. Cool. You have a choice, mate. You have always had a choice. And it is, you're either here, giving us a like, a subscribe, or there's a billion people to watch. So you take the choice. Yeah. Oh, man. Bok is saying, yeah, make a Discord server, then post the link to the community tab. Aha, right. I'm with you. Got you. Ali, good. It's afternoon, but have a wonderful day. For all of us to join. So with... Right, here's the important bit. Oh, man. Here's the important bit for you. Yeah. Alice, for me to create, and please correct me if I'm wrong, for me to create a Discord server for Seeking You, I have to do that from the inside of Seeking You. As I'm trying to wrap my brain around what I'm supposed to do. Well, if Alice, send me a message, yeah, an email, yeah, send me an email, and I'll invite you into Superbase, where the majority of the stuff is, because on Bolt, I got... Do you remember I was saying to you I had a mega stress of like 5 hours worth of staring at lines of code, and my head was an absolute shed. So what I did was, I thought, bin it. I've had enough of you, bin it. And then that's why I went over to lovable.dev to say, can I do this? And that was the version 2 that's on GitHub at the moment. And the reason why I was saying to Superbase and the other one, it been deleted, was to turn around and say, well, if it's broke, I'm not paying for it. And that's a bit wrong. But I used to be a bus driver, and if I went past a bus stop where there's people waiting to catch my bus, and I've gone past it, I know for a fact when I come back to the depot, I'm going to get this. Do you know what I mean? And a bit of aggro in my ear. So am I right in thinking get Seeking You online so people can come in and join it, then link that to Discord? Bert saying no. Hold on. Hold on. What's that? What? BF8? What were you going on about, man? Is that a razor? No. Here's the thing, yeah. The nature spell, natural rosemary oil. I've got a tiny little bit, not that much left in it in the bottle. So 2 or 3 days, and then I put that bottle in the recycle bin because I've got the Jamaican castor oil and rosemary oil. Right. Discord server first. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll scan that thing on the laptop after this live and link mobile to the Xbox, which is going to confuse me brain a bit, but I'll still do it. And then I'll have Seeking. Do I do the www.seeking-u.org, or do I just do Seeking-u for the server? I've got that blooming itchy nose, man. No, I will never ever pick my nose. I'll never break wind. I will never ever swear or use offensive language to anybody. It's just 1 second. There is a cure for this. You're gonna laugh, but there is a cure. So this is a cure. There we go. Job done. So after this live, I'll create the Discord server. One for Seeking You, one for Geordie Nation, and then are they going to charge me? Do you know what it is, right? But years and years ago, I had a rough night out with lads at work, and I went in, and as I went in between the lockers, because we had them little grey lockers where you can put your coat in, and a shelf at the top, and that. And as I was going through the lockers, I let a little peep off, and the saying, but deadly. And I was like, right up, hands up to the window, which was the window is like where the telephone, the TV is over there. And as I went to the window to turn around and say, me duty for the day, what they would do is they pass the defect card and the RTC to you under the window, and then you look at the cashing machines and thingy it. Servers are free, got you. Right. Well, consider that done. That will be done. But when I got to the window and they passed us me RTC, me defect card, I let one of those grumblers go. And I went and put the date on me defect card and then went to the coffee machine, grabbed a little tiny coffee like that, espresso, and left. And as I was standing outside, everyone just kind of burst out of the locker room. And they were going, "You dirty, dirty." And the smell just like went round everybody. Uh, what's your favourite seat on the bus? The one with the steering wheel right next to it. That's where. I loved it when I was on the buses. I absolutely loved it. Oh, 7 o'clock, definitely. Yeah. I mean, it's just a case of I've got to scan the QR code on the laptop, link everything together, and then create server 1, server 2, etc. One thing I wanted to do ages and ages ago, I was going to buy a double decker. The double decker was like an old Leyland. So the back end has two flaps. One goes one side and one goes to the other side. Because most of the backs of buses, the flap comes up like that. And on the other ones, it's like the older versions, the flap opens up. So it's like opening doors. But yeah, it's about £1,000, and then you can buy a bus for 1,000. But huh? What just happened there? Huh? How could it was like I've just gone live again? How bizarre! The summer on the buses used to be absolutely wicked. I struggled until I got me polarized glasses. I'll show you them. These glasses, them ones, polarized. But you don't know if you can see it, but there's a mark on the lens. And it like it's a spot on the lens. Why is it that people above 60 struggle so much with tech? Pardon me. I'm not 60. 50 here. The glasses I used to develop Seeking You was the old glasses, and where did I put them? I put them somewhere. I just don't know where. But me new glasses, what's different with me new ones is this. There. You see how they're orange? Aye, I know. I did say pardon. Always say pardon. Always. That's one thing my nana used to say to us. Manners. So, see you all at 7 p.m. where Discord will have been created. Okay? And what I want to do is this. As we move through the summer, we grow. Beer Viking, please delete that comment, please. Now. I don't want any mention of that person ever again. So delete it. Because there are some very bad people. Right, I'm going to leave you all. It's back 7 p.m. where I'll show Alice and everybody else Discord 1, Discord 2. Okay? But what you got to remember is this. I'll show you the Discord. I won't be able to show you Seeking You. Because basically there's a shell. Anyway, 7 p.m. Be there or be square.